Welcome to a quick overview of the Warrior class in Guild Wars 2. This series is designed to explain the feel and the base mechanics of Guild Wars 2's classes to help better answer the question, what should I play? This series is not intended to look at how popular or not popular a class or that spec is, or to look at relative damage numbers or the place in the meta. Those change, however the basic feel of the classes don't. It's much more important to pick something that you identify with rather than trying to chase what might not be there at the time you get to the content. Hopefully this can help some of you with that. Ever feel like the solution to all your problems is to hit them in the face until they go away? Do you answer, how much hitting is too much hitting, by hitting something? Do you like to shout and hit things? Guild Wars 2 Warrior might be the class you need. Fueled by its profession mechanic of adrenaline, the Warrior hits things, then gets jacked up and hits things even harder, unleashing their adrenaline to deal massive damage in the form of burst skills, such as Great Blade's Arcing Slice to the fiery damage of Longbow's Combustible Shot. In terms of exactly what you can hit people with, the Warrior has a significant array of martial weapons as well as a couple longer ranged options, and while you can't use sword chucks, they do have a surprise or two built in. Axes, a main and offhand one-hander, are melee-based weapons designed to chop and gash, while swords, another dual-wieldable option, favor condition damage through bleeding and have some immobilization skills, while the offhand can be thrown at distant targets and used to block attacks with parries. Warriors can also wield a shield in their offhand if blocking and bashing sounds better than stabbing and chopping. Warrior also has access to maces in their main and offhand, similar range to axes and swords, but trade away some power for the ability to stun enemies. For two-handed options, the Greatsword is designed to cleave through enemies, including a whirling charge effect, and, like the sword, can be hurled at distant foes, boomeranging back to your hand. The Hammer, a large thundering weapon, hits the ground and the foes at the same time. Its earth-shaking skills can knock opponents off their feet, and its damage skills gain a bonus when it hits prone foes. If bringing a knife to a gunfight sounds like a terrible idea, the Warrior has access to rifles to provide physical range damage. Or, if you prefer range condition damage, you have the Longbow, a weapon designed to set things on fire. For utility skills, Warriors have access to shouts. They shout to inspire their friends, they shout to inspire fear in their enemies, and they shout to make everyone very insecure. The Warrior also gets to conquer territory with flags in the form of banners. Each of the banner skills, when dropped, starts pulsing. If simply hitting things with weapons isn't enough, Warriors can also shout very loudly, shouting to inspire their friends, shouting to inspire fear in their enemies, and shouting to make others incredibly insecure in both ways. Warriors also possess the ability to conquer territory with flags. Their banner skills, each one dropping a large flag on the field, pulse boons for their party, or damage effects against their enemies. And, because sometimes you just want to elbow something, or headbutt it, kick it, or charge into it, the Warrior gains physical skills, allowing them to do those things. Although each Guild Wars 2 Elite specialization came with its own signature weapon that only that specialization could use, with the advent of Weapon Master training in Secrets of the Obscure, this is no longer the case. So long as the corresponding expansion for each weapon is owned, that weapon may be unlocked for use across the account. This allows builds now to use weapons that they wouldn't otherwise have access to in the past. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the fun things that you have to do for YouTube. And I will catch you in the next video.